Imperfect Death. From the Pagan Book of Living and Dying, Practical Rituals, Prayers, Blessings, and Meditations on Crossing Over. Imperfect Death. The ideal death is as rare as the ideal life. Death may not come to us peacefully as we lie on a bed surrounded by sorrowing loved ones, chanting, praying, and sending us energy. Death may come unexpectedly in rush hour traffic, on an airplane surrounded by strangers, or alone on a mountain trail. Death may come violently, accompanied by humiliation and violation. It may interrupt us in the middle of a project or cut short a love affair. We may envision a perfect death for our beloved friend and yet be unable to relieve her pain or his fear. Our own horror, weariness, or grief may overwhelm our best efforts at staying grounded and compassionate. We may be as irritated at our friend in death as we have been in life, or we may be far away from our friend at the moment of death. Death does not have to be perfect in order to be successful. That is, to be a death that enables the spirit of the dying person to move into realms of healing and renewal, and enables the survivors to grieve, let go, and heal. When someone you love dies and you cannot be there, you can still ground yourself, cleanse with salt water, chant, pray, and send energy to your friend's spirit. Light a candle to help guide your friend's spirit, saying the blessing of the elements and blessing of the dead. Set out an offering of food or drink. Create an altar to your friend's memory and spend some time each day meditating there. You might visualize the washing of your friend's body, imagining that pain, injuries, and the marks of violence can flow away. You will need to grieve deeply for someone who has died in some terrible way, but do not dwell or obsess on the details or try to vividly imagine that person's suffering. Doing so will not help your friend. Instead, remember your friend whole, well, and in moments of joy or fulfillment in life. If your friend wrote poems, reread them. If he was a fabulous cook, try out one of his recipes. Do whatever you can to keep alive in memory moments of creativity and vibrancy. Pay attention to your dreams. In the dream state, we may find ways to help and comfort those whom we can no longer reach in daylight. At times, our lives are touched by a stranger's death. We witness an accident on the freeway or stumble across a mugging on the street. Should you encounter such a death, remember to ground yourself and breathe deeply to release your own fear or anguish. Silently or aloud, say blessings for the dead. Use your intuitive skills and compassion to offer support and comfort to the survivors. Later, at home, do a cleansing meditation and take a ritual bath. Take time to release the natural emotions of fear, helplessness, guilt, or whatever arises. Light a candle and sing or chant for the spirit of the person who has died. Be especially good to yourself after an encounter with death or when you are grieving. Guilt is a natural but not necessarily rational response to death. Death is hard enough. Do not add self-blame, especially for things you could not have prevented or changed. Reread the forgiveness meditation and practice forgiving yourself.